Hey friends, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into some truly terrifying stories. But a warning, if you're easily scared, you might want to skip this one. Thanks for tuning in. 7 real-life monsters that terrified the world. Welcome to a journey into the unknown. Today, you will meet 7 of the most terrifying, mysterious, and legendary creatures ever spoken of in human history. They've been written about in books, featured in movies, and feared by millions, yet their existence remains unproven. While scientists claim some may be myths, hoaxes, or misidentified animals, one thing is certain. Every time their names are mentioned, they send chills down the spine. Here's what you're about to discover. Bigfoot, a massive forest-dwelling creature lurking in North America. Loch Ness Monster, Nessie, mysterious lake beast said to haunt the waters of Scotland. Chupacabra, the blood-sucking menace feared across Latin America. Mothman, a winged figure often seen before disasters strike. Yeti, the abominable snowman believed to roam the icy Himalayas. Kraken, the giant sea monster that pulls ships into the deep. Jersey Devil, a flying demon said to haunt the forests of New Jersey. Are they real, or just legends born from fear and imagination? That's for you to decide, but one thing's for sure. These stories will never be forgotten. Before we dive into these chilling legends, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and share this video with your friends. If you know of any other mysterious creatures we didn't mention, feel free to drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Your support means the world to us. 1. Bigfoot Sasquatch complete profile. Name: Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is a legendary creature said to inhabit the forests of North America, particularly in regions like Washington, Oregon, British Columbia, and Alaska. Description: height, between 6 to 10 feet 1.83 meters. Weight, over 200 kilograms. Appearance: large, muscular, covered in dark brown or black hair. Walks upright on 2 legs, like a human. Leaves massive footprints, hence the name Bigfoot. Known for a strong smell, deep vocalizations, and large stride. Origin and folklore. The name Sasquatch comes from a Native American word in the Salish language, meaning wild man of the woods. Though Bigfoot became popular in 20th century pop culture, stories of similar creatures go back centuries, especially among indigenous tribes in North America. Evidence and debate. Footprints. Thousands of large footprints have been found and reported, often in remote forests. Photos and videos. The most famous video is the Patterson-Gimlin film 1967, which shows a large hairy figure walking in the woods. Sounds and howls. Many people have recorded eerie howls and screams in the forest believed to be from Bigfoot. However, there is no confirmed scientific evidence. Skeptics believe the sightings may be hoaxes, misidentifications, or folklore passed down through generations. Why is it so famous? Pop culture icon. Bigfoot has become a symbol of mystery in American culture. He appears in movies, documentaries, books, games, and even advertisements. Dedicated followers. There are thousands of believers and researchers, called Bigfoot hunters, who search for clues every year. Conclusion: Bigfoot remains one of the world's most famous cryptids, a creature of myth, mystery, and legend. Whether real or not, his story continues to capture the curiosity of millions. 2. Loch Ness Monster, Nessie. Full story. Who is Nessie? Nessie is the nickname given to a legendary aquatic creature believed to live in Loch Ness, a large freshwater lake in the highlands of Scotland. Descriptions of Nessie include a large body, up to 10-15 meters long, a long neck, small head, and sometimes a visible hump. Often only parts of its body are seen rising above the water. The mystery of Nessie mixes fear, wonder, and curiosity, making it one of the most famous legends in the world. Origins of the legend. The story of Nessie goes back many centuries. In 565 AD, an ancient text called the Life of St. Columba mentions a water beast in the river Ness that attacked a swimmer before being driven off by St. Columba. However, Nessie truly rose to fame in April 1933, when a couple claimed to have seen a large, long-necked creature crossing the road near the lake and returning to the water. Since then, thousands of people have reported sightings, taken photos, or claimed to spot Nessie, making it a global phenomenon. The most famous photo, the surgeon's photograph, 1934, a black and white image showing a creature's head and long neck sticking out of the water, became the most iconic Nessie image. But decades later, it was revealed to be a hoax, created using a toy submarine and a sculpted model. What do scientists say? Over the years, many scientific expeditions have used sonar, underwater cameras, and scanning technology in Loch Ness. While some strange readings were found, no solid scientific evidence has ever proven Nessie exists. Most scientists believe sightings may be caused by large fish like sturgeon, waves and optical illusions, floating logs or debris, sightings and public belief. Despite lack of proof, many people, especially in Scotland, still believe in Nessie. The monster has become a cultural symbol of Scotland, one of the world's most famous cryptids, mystery creatures, a key part of Loch Ness tourism. Conclusion: the story of the Loch Ness Monster remains alive in the hearts and minds of millions. Whether Nessie is real or not, the legend continues to inspire curiosity, imagination, and adventure, making her one of the most iconic mystery creatures in modern history. 3. Chupacabra, the real story of the blood-sucking monster. Name: Chupacabra means goat sucker in Spanish. The name comes from reports of livestock, especially goats, found dead with their blood completely drained, usually in Puerto Rico and across Latin America. Appearance and features: eyewitnesses describe the Chupacabra as about 3 to 4 feet tall, hairless or with rough, scaly skin, large glowing red eyes, sharp fangs and claws, back legs longer than the front, walking like a kangaroo, sometimes has spines along its back or a long tail. Origin of the legend: 1995, Puerto Rico. A woman reported seeing a strange creature after finding several of her goats dead, each with puncture wounds on the neck and no blood left in the body. The creature was soon blamed for dozens of similar attacks on livestock across Latin America and parts of the United States. It was said to strike at night silently, leaving only drained bodies behind. What people believe: some believe the Chupacabra is a government experiment gone wrong, an alien creature, a mutated animal, a mythical beast with supernatural powers. Scientists, however, argue it's likely just sick dogs or coyotes suffering from mange skin disease, misidentified animals seen at night. Evidence: bodies believed to be Chupacabras have been found, but tests often reveal they're dogs, wolves or coyotes with severe hair loss. No DNA or scientific proof has confirmed the Chupacabra's existence. Cultural impact: it became a symbol of modern folklore across Latin America, featured in cartoons, horror films, games, and comics. Many people still fear or are fascinated by it, especially in rural areas. Conclusion: whether a myth, a mystery, or a misunderstood animal, the Chupacabra remains one of the most terrifying creatures in modern legend. Its story has crossed borders, fueled fear, and captured the imagination of millions. 4. Mothman, the winged creature of mystery. Who is Mothman? Mothman is a legendary creature often described as a tall, winged humanoid with glowing red eyes. The name comes from combining moth, a large flying insect, and man, symbolizing its strange, half-human appearance. Description: eyewitnesses report Mothman as standing around 6 to 7 feet tall, with massive wings, spanning nearly 10 feet, having glowing red eyes that shine in the dark. A dark or grey body, shaped like a man, making high-pitched screeches or low, humming sounds. When and where was it seen? November 1966, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, USA. A couple claimed they saw a giant, flying creature chasing their car at night. It had red eyes and enormous wings. Over the next 13 months, more than 100 sightings were reported in the same area, especially near the Silver Bridge. Connection to tragedy: the Silver Bridge collapse. On December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge suddenly collapsed, killing 46 people. Some believe Mothman was a warning sign or omen before the disaster. Others believe Mothman somehow caused the tragedy. This event sealed Mothman's place in modern legend, as either a prophet of doom or a mysterious guardian. Theories and beliefs: there are many interpretations. A supernatural being or alien, a mutated creature or forgotten species, a giant owl or bird mistaken for something paranormal, a psychological projection, people seeing what they fear. Despite the theories, no solid scientific proof has confirmed its existence. Cultural impact: Mothman is featured in movies, The Mothman Prophecies, books, and games. Point Pleasant holds a Mothman festival every year. A statue of Mothman stands in the town as a tribute to the mystery. He is considered one of the most iconic cryptids, mystery creatures in the world. Conclusion: whether Mothman is real or not, his story continues to inspire fear, fascination, and curiosity. For some, he's a warning of tragedy. For others, he's just a myth. But one thing is certain: Mothman has taken flight into legend. 5. The Yeti, the snow monster of the Himalayas. Name: the Yeti, also known as the abominable snowman, is a legendary creature believed to live in the snowy Himalayan mountains. particularly in countries like Nepal, Tibet, and Bhutan. Description: witnesses describe the Yeti as 7 to 10 feet tall to 3 meters, covered in thick white or grey fur, strong and muscular, walking upright onto legs like a human, leaving huge footprints in the snow. The Yeti is said to be adapted to cold climates and powerful, enough to survive in high altitude, snow-covered regions. Where the legend comes from: the story of the Yeti comes from Himalayan folklore, passed down by generations of local tribes and monks. Some view it as a mysterious animal, while others consider it a spiritual guardian of the mountains. Famous sightings and evidence. 1921, British explorer Charles Howard Berry reported seeing large footprints during an expedition near Mount Everest. 1951, a famous photo of a large footprint in the snow was captured by mountaineer Eric Shipton. Reports include unusual footprints, claimed hair samples, eyewitness accounts from locals and travelers. However, scientific analysis often shows that these samples came from animals, like bears or Himalayan wolves. Theories and beliefs. People have different opinions about the Yeti. Some believe it is a hidden species that science has yet to discover, a prehistoric creature that survived for centuries, a spirit being protecting sacred lands. Scientists often explain sightings as bears, especially the Himalayan brown bear, misidentifications caused by snow shadows and harsh weather, folklore mixed with fear and imagination. Cultural impact. The Yeti appears in movies, books, cartoons, and documentaries. It has become a symbol of mystery and survival. National Geographic, Disney, and many adventurers have tried to find the Yeti. It continues to attract explorers and cryptid hunters from around the world. Conclusion: the Yeti is one of the most famous mythical creatures in the world. Whether it's real, misunderstood, or just part of ancient folklore, the legend lives on hidden in the snowy peaks of the Himalayas, waiting to be discovered, or simply imagined. 6. The Kraken, the giant sea monster of the deep. The Kraken, terror of the ocean. Who is the Kraken? The Kraken is a legendary sea monster said to dwell in the deep oceans, especially off the coasts of Norway, Greenland, and Iceland. It appears in many old sailor stories and Norse mythology. Description: the Kraken is usually described as a gigantic octopus or squid, large enough to sink ships, tentacles long enough to reach the top of a ship's mast, a massive head with glowing eyes, capable of creating whirlpools to drag entire vessels underwater. Some versions say it's over 100 feet 30 meters in length, making it one of the largest creatures ever imagined. Origins in mythology. The Kraken legend dates back to the 12th century and was popularized by Norwegian sailors. It was feared as a monster that attacked ships, its sailors, and caused storms at sea. Many believe it was used as an explanation for ships disappearing mysteriously in deep ocean waters. Possible scientific roots. Modern scientists believe the Kraken myth may have come from giant squids, which are real creatures living in deep oceans. Giant squids can grow up to 40 feet 12 meters, rarely seen alive due to their deep sea habitat. Sailors who spotted dead ones might have exaggerated their size and power. Cultural impact. The Kraken has appeared in movies, video games, and books, such as Pirates of the Caribbean, Clash of the Titans, God of War. It's a symbol of the fear of the unknown, what lurks beneath the surface of the ocean. Conclusion: the Kraken represents the mystery and terror of the sea, a creature that may be myth, may be misunderstood, or may still be hiding in the deepest parts of the ocean. Whether real or imagined, its legend continues to grip the human imagination. 7. The Jersey Devil, the demon of the Pine Barrens. The Jersey Devil, legend of the American forests. Who is the Jersey Devil? The Jersey Devil is a terrifying creature said to haunt the Pine Barrens, a large forested area in southern New Jersey, USA. Its legend has haunted locals for over 250 years. Description: eyewitnesses describe the Jersey Devil as a flying creature with bat-like wings, a goat or horse-like head, cloven hooves, a long tail, and glowing red eyes. Emits a high-pitched scream or screech that chills the bones. It's said to be agile, flying between trees, and vanishing before it can be caught. Origin of the legend. The story begins in the 1700s with a woman named Mother Leeds, who, after giving birth to 12 children, cursed the 13th, saying, "Let it be the devil." That night, the baby was born normal, but quickly transformed into a monstrous creature, grew wings, and flew up the chimney. Since then, sightings have continued, especially by hunters, farmers, and travelers in the Pine Barrens. Reported sightings. In 1909, there was a massive wave of sightings across New Jersey, and even parts of Pennsylvania. Schools closed. People stayed home, and newspapers were flooded with reports. Police even claimed to have fired at the creature with no effect. Some say they found strange hoofprints, screeching sounds, and dead animals mysteriously mutilated. What do people believe? Some believe the Jersey Devil is a supernatural demon, a mutated animal, a leftover from a time before history. Skeptics say it's a case of mass hysteria, misidentified animals like sandhill cranes or deer, an old folk tale that grew over time. Cultural impact. The Jersey Devil has appeared in TV shows, games, movies, and even comic books. It inspired the name of the New Jersey Devils hockey team. Paranormal investigators and YouTubers often explore Pine Barrens in search of the creature. Conclusion. The Jersey Devil remains one of the most iconic and feared creatures in American folklore. Whether it's real, cursed, or purely a legend, its eerie tale continues to spook and fascinate those who dare to wander the woods of New Jersey.